Greetings, everybody. It is Saturday, August 13th, and I have a few minutes to provide some updates. We'll talk about the markets. We'll talk about the book. We'll talk about some life updates at this end. And it's been a few weeks since I posted. I wanted to actually begin posting more frequently again. But a few life events occurred in the past few weeks, including my wife being rushed to the hospital last Wednesday to eventually have an emergency gallbladder removal operation done on Thursday. She's fine. She got home on the following Friday, a little sore, but they were able to do everything laparoscopically. And what was a very testy situation for a day or so turned out quite well. At the same time, my dad, who's 86, was in the same hospital with heart issues, and they eventually went in and put another stent in the lower part of his heart. He's 86. The artery was 90% blocked. So as happens with all of us, life happens, and we are past that. He's doing well. He's comfortable now, and hopefully that will be it for a while. So that's what's going on in my life. Not that you care, but hopefully explains a little bit of the lapse in posts over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully you're not getting tired of book updates. I have made those a large part of recent postings because it's been a big part of my life, a big part of my trading career and the phase that I'm in right now. And I am submitting the final proofs. It goes through so many different copyright stages that you kind of think you're near the end, and then you get another setback, and it goes to the publisher, and they finally typeset everything. And I think last time I mentioned that the final edits were in. Well, now the final edits are going in, and we are less than 3 months away from John Wiley's publishing date. So I promised I'd provide a little bit more feedback. John Wiley reached out to a number of people that are fairly prominent in the industry to get their feedback, as well as to help shape some of the content. Again, I've said if I was going to do this, I wanted to do it right, and it was very important to me to put out something that would stand the test of time, that would be a tribute to the industry, if you want to call it that. And so in the last post, we shared and discussed Linda Ratchke's comments. And you'll see in the text in this post sharing some comments from Larry Connors. Larry Connors was a co-author with Linda of the infamous book, or the famous book, I guess, Street Smarts. A lot of good technical stuff there. He's the author of How Markets Really Work, and he's the co-founder of TradingMarkets.com. He's done a lot for trader education over the years. The other comment you see in the text is from our good friend James Catoulis, who, if you have not heard by now and have been on a different planet over the past couple of years, was highly instrumental in forming the Commodity Customer Coalition in light of the MF Global fiasco. Took a very strong advocacy role, represented us, represented thousands, tens of thousands of trading clients in front of Judge Green during the bankruptcy proceedings. He, John Rowe, Greg Collette, that whole team just did so much. So it was important for me to get James's input, and you see a summary of his comments as well. So I certainly thank them for their help during the process. I thank them for their help in years past, given some of the work that I've done with them and the exposure that I've gotten to them, and vice versa. And thank both of them for their help in this effort. Thought I would also touch, I guess, a little bit on the markets. I think the markets are doing wonderfully in terms of rhythms. I think the last couple of weeks have been so very solid. If you've read or followed the little jelly blog that we put in, I try to get that updated as frequently as possible, but sometimes I can't get to it every day. A wonderful consolidation period followed by a bit of a breakout. They trapped the shorts on a quick break to the downside, came back up, formed a 60-minute daily cup, and then we were off to the races. And just some very classic and textbook chart patterns. And if you've been following that, I hope that's helped. If you haven't been following that, why not? and all that stuff. So I thought, though, I would also touch on a little bit of a life update in beyond the bad health things I just talked about, but if you recall, if you've been following this for a few years, about 3 years ago, I think it was, that I lost, right when we were launching the jelly effort, I lost a significant amount of weight. I was getting up around 210, and eventually got my weight back down to about 180, even a little under 180. So I lost about 30 pounds, largely using the MetaFast program that my wife was on at the time. And both of us had subsequently gained some back, if not all. And I just wanted to share with you something that I've been using. I have no interest in this. I have no financial interest, none of that. But there's an app, if you've got an iPhone or an Android, in my case, called MyFitnessPal. And I'm just going to let that go. And basically what MyFitnessPal does, and there's some other apps like this, I think, put out by Weight Watchers and some other firms, is that it tracks calories. It counts calories. Forgive me for the ring. And what you can do with this is that you can input all of your meals for the day as you're having them. If you're in a restaurant that has Wi-Fi connection, if you're in a grocery store that has Wi-Fi connection, even if you're using your Verizon or your mobile carrier network, you can get instant readouts. You can use a bar scanner, basically, that's built into the phone to scan the barcode, and that will register the calories, all the nutritional information, everything. And I started using this along with Deb, I'd have to say about 2 months ago. Now, I'm a finance guy, as you know, so I like the concept of budgeting and all that. And what this allows you to do is basically budget your calories. So for a while, I was on about a 1,500 calorie regimen, trying to get down. I'm getting up around 190 again, and I want to get down close to 175. So, it calculates the calories that you need to reach that in a good way, not an aggressive way, not an overly aggressive way, but you tell it where you're at, where you want to be. You want to lose a pound a week, pound and a half, something like that. And I've just found it to be an incredibly useful life tool. My wife's used it. She's doing really great with it. I'm back down near 176, which is about what my wedding weight was almost 30 years ago. And so I've taken off really what I had taken off and then put back on 2 or 3 years ago, but probably am doing so in a better manner now, where I may be doing this for life. You get to a weight where you want to maintain yourself, and right now I'm around 2,000 calories just to maintain my current weight. And it's amazing when you eat the right foods and you program that in here. 2,000 calories is a lot, and sometimes I get to the end of the day needing more calories because I've been eating so well. At the same time, it certainly opens your eyes to things like if you're about to have half a pizza or even a small sub sandwich, or in my case, pulling into the parking lot at Burger King and trying to figure out what I wanted to have by looking up this stuff ahead of time, which we've always been able to do manually, but now technology has made it a lot easier. It results in some better life decisions. So call this a little technical indicator using market speak for life. It's called MyFitnessPal. You can be friends with each other. So I'm friends with Deb on this in terms of being able to track each other, support each other. Never tells the other person what the weight is, but it does indicate what the menu achievement was for the day, how much weight has been lost. There's wonderful graphs in here that show what the weight loss pattern has been. And it looks like a market chart. You can see periods of support, resistance, consolidation, and breakout. So that has ended up being a really fun exercise, no pun intended. So I just want to share that with you. It's called MyFitnessPal. There's a website, a general website, and then there's a great app, which is actually easier to use. So I'm doing great. So again, the book release is coming soon. I've been asked or I've asked whether I'm going to have another jelly class. We have not had one in over a year and a half. I had not had any immediate plans to have another one. The videos certainly remain available, which are prerequisites anyway. We're going to try to do some more discounting on that in the near future. If there is interest in doing a live class, again, I've only done these in the past if there has been interest. I don't go out seeking participants. And if there is interest, just email me at don@donmillereducation.com, and we'll think about putting another class together one of these days. Be live probably do it for a week or so. Anyway, that's what's going on. Book publishing is on schedule, July 1st. It's still on the Amazon site for pre-orders, and I hope you do ultimately find that worthwhile. I think it's like $20-some on Amazon. And it's, as I've said before, it's really going back throughout my life and looking at some of the very, very early years that resulted in some of the trading characteristics that I was able to use, and also talks about all the heartaches, soup to nuts, all transparent, entire trading, futures trading record for a decade, day by day, diary entries, you name it. So I hope that we have been honorable to the cause, and looking forward to continued feedback. So I will be back soon with another post, but that's a quick update. Again, MyFitnessPal, you got to get it. See ya. Bye.